Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessed Mess Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, we're reading from Daily Reflections, page 161, the reading for June 1st, A Changed Outlook. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. It's from the Big Book of AA, page 84. When I was drinking, my attitude was totally selfish, totally self-centered. My pleasure and my comfort came first. Now that I am sober, self-seeking has started to slip away. My whole attitude toward life and other people is changing. For me, the first A in our name stands for attitude. My attitude is changed by the second A in our name, which stands for action. That's cool. By working the steps, attending meetings, and carrying the message, I can be restored to sanity. Action is the magic word. With a positive, helpful attitude and regular AA action, I can stay sober and help others to achieve sobriety. My attitude now is that I'm willing to go to any length to stay sober. Yeah, I love that. The A and the A, attitude and action. That's everything. I mean, that's everything in a nutshell about like the transformation, the psychic change that we go for. But I want to comment first on this part about self-centeredness. He says here, my attitude was totally selfish, self-centered. My pleasure and my comfort came first. And if you ever look at my blog that is connected, it's the Grateful Blessed Mess site. I have a written blog as well. And I recently posted something that we are all narcissists in a place where we have unhealed wounds. And it was a lot of reflection that came from listening to that Interior Integration for Catholics podcast. And it's a quote from Dr. Bob Schutz, who does a lot of healing work. And I was just so convicted with how true this is. Because in areas where we are wounded and have not healed, have not done the work to go through that healing process, we are in fear. We cannot help but be very young and fearful and timid and afraid of getting hurt again, of having that wound poked. Like, when a little kid hurts their knee and they won't let mommy wash it, or they won't let mommy look at it because they're afraid that it'll hurt more. Or, like they talk about someone being like a wounded bear, like they're just like, don't go near them because they're feisty, but they won't let you tend to the wound. That's what happens. We become nasty. We become isolating. We become scary and defensive in these parts of our places, in these parts of ourselves where we carry these unhealed wounds. And it's from those places that we become very selfish and self-serving. We can't anticipate the needs of others. And we end up hurting people a lot, even without meaning it, because we are so young and so tender that all we can think, the full extent of our thinking only goes to protecting ourselves, to self-protection. And I think a lot of us have a lot of these places in ourselves. And so you're not alone. And they talk about this selfishness, self-centeredness that leads us to our disease, that is the cause of our disease. And that's why there is that call to service. Like, even if we can't get there, we can start in a way acting as if by simply making ourselves a gift to others. And it doesn't heal it, but it's a little shortcut to getting out of that self-centered, self-pitying place. And so it gives you some distance from it. So it's not a bad thing to act as if in the sense of giving of your time and giving service to program, simply because you don't maybe have the full emotional depth and wholeness and wellness to give of yourself fully and completely. But you can still choose to be of service. You can still choose to be a secretary. You can still choose to attend a meeting. You can still choose to share on the reading for the day. You can still choose to volunteer for service positions or to open the doors or to clean up after. No matter your emotional state, you always have that freedom of choice. It just feels harder when we have these self-focused places within us that reasonably are self-focused because they're hemorrhaging in a way. They're worried about survival. They're worried about stopping the bleeding. And so it's okay. It's okay that you can't stop thinking about yourself, because what it means is that there's simply parts of yourselves that are longing, they're begging, they're wanting to be made whole. And you're in the right place to start that process. So reach out to your group, reach out for coaching. I can help you. You can get better. You can get well. You can get on the right track. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you're here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.